Hi YouTubers, it's me again, the Homestead wife at Fouch Off-Grid. Today I'm going to bring you along with me while I make some herbal shampoo. Now this could be a very short video. It's a much simpler process to make herbal shampoo than it is, for example, to make bread. But you're less likely to have the ingredients on hand, so I'll talk a little bit about why I use herbal shampoo. I think there's a case to be made for making your own shampoo if you live a suburban life with plenty of water, just because it's so customizable. You can make shampoo that fits particularly your hair type, also your personality, also even your mood. But in my case, it isn't really optional. I really need to make my own shampoo for two reasons. One, I don't have any plumbing to remove chemicals that I've used. My wastewater. I don't have a place that wastewater goes. So water that I have used to bathe or shower goes right into my ecosystem, right onto my plants. So I need to be bathing with something that is not toxic to my environment. And secondly, I don't wash my hair every day. In the wintertime, I can't wash my hair every day. Although I will get into a discussion about this because I actually stopped washing my hair every day a long time ago. Even when Stella was just a baby, I stopped using regular shampoo or store-bought shampoo. What I found at that point, which I've just come to believe more and more as I make my own shampoo over the last 6 years, is that the store-bought shampoos, as a general rule, are bringing you to a state of clean with your hair that's pretty artificial and actually unhealthy. What it does actually is strip the oils, the natural oils from your hair, and then your hair regenerates those oils, which means that you have greasy hair every day, which means that you have to wash your hair every day. But actually you're repairing your hair every day from the damage that you just did with that shampoo. So I've been off the sauce, so to speak, for about 6 years. I haven't had regular shampoo on my hair except once in a while at the hairdressers in 6 years. And I've tried a lot of things in that time. For a while I went with just conditioner, which I think is the ideal first step if you're trying to get yourself transitioned into washing your hair less frequently and doing less damage to your hair. The first step is just to drop the shampoo and use the same conditioner. But of course I couldn't do that here because the conditioner, generally speaking, is going to be toxic to my environment. If I wash my hair with that store-bought conditioner and then pour it out on the ground, it's going to kill the plants there. So I've tried for a while baking soda and apple cider vinegar. So the baking soda is the wash and apple cider vinegar is the rinse. And some people call that no poo, as in no shampoo. And it's been a fad. A lot of people have been into it. I'm too vain for it. It doesn't make my hair pretty enough. It certainly does the job, but it doesn't have the flexibility of an herbal shampoo in terms of keeping my hair healthy and shiny and all those things that speak to my vanity as a human being. So now I make my own herbal shampoo, which is based on Castile soap. This is the stuff. We buy it in bulk, and it's pretty spendy in bulk, but we buy this, what do you think, Nick? Twice a year?
Yeah.
Maybe twice a year. And it does all of our personal cleanliness and also washes our dishes, and we use it to wash surfaces. And we can also use it to wash clothes. So it's our kind of all-purpose soap. And it is not toxic to the plants. So let's get started making my herbal shampoo. My first ingredient is water. 1 cup of water. I'm going to bring this to a boil on the stove. While we're waiting for that to boil, let's go back and choose our herbs. So I've chosen red clover, which is good for red highlights. I'm not really a redhead, but my mother was. I have a thing for red highlights, and my son has red highlights as well. So red clover is good for that, and so is rose petal. But right now I've got red clover. Now chamomile can be good for blonde highlights or for dry hair, but I mostly am putting it in just because it's a gentle, peaceful herb that mixes well with these others. And this is marshmallow root. Marshmallow is slippery, which gives it a slight conditioning effect and is good for my children with dry skin, and especially in this time of year. So I'm aiming for about a full cup of herbs, so I'm going to do 1/3 of a cup of each. All of these herbs I get from my friend Katie. That's why I keep them in these plastic containers with her notes on them. So some of you probably have already seen my video about Katie, but I'll link her site in the comments again. I'm going to pour it into my boiling water and we'll let it simmer for a few minutes. This is really just an advanced method of making tea. If you used a French press or a teapot, you get a similar experience. While that's simmering, I'm going to set up my strainer. This is a lot of strainer for what we're doing here. One of those little hand ones would be ideal, but I don't have one. And this is just a muslin bag. We have this big bag because we use it to strain Greek yogurt, but just a flat piece of muslin would be fine. Even a tea towel. This smells delicious, of course. It's part of the fun of doing this, that you get to have the yummy smells. I'm just going to pour it right in there to strain. So there's our tea, and we'll just leave that to cool. Now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of my Castile soap. Then I'm going to add just a small amount of jojoba oil. Folks, if anybody wants to do this the quick and easy way, skip the tea, just use your Castile soap and a little bit of oil. If you are using Castile soap as a shampoo straight, you'll be disappointed because it doesn't foam, it doesn't suds up. It just takes a little bit of oil to make it suds up. Another way of doing it is with milk. I think there's a bit of a trend of doing coconut milk with Castile soap to make a shampoo, which would be fantastic for me if I had a coconut tree. But it can be any kind of milk, goat milk, cow milk, whatever, or any kind of oil that'll suds it up. So I'm going to add just 1/4 teaspoon of jojoba oil to my tea soap. And finally, 25 drops of an essential oil. I've chosen lavender. It's very nice to keep your shampoo in a plastic bottle so that you can squeeze it out, but I have no such thing, so we're going to put it in a jar. And to use this, I'll just shake once, and then I'll use a spoon like this to spoon it out and set it on my girl's lovely long locks. And voila, herbal shampoo. I'm Esther. Thanks for watching Fouch Off Grid. Have a great day.